Hi guys, so here I am doing this video based on what we should do negatively and what we should do positively. There's so much to talk about, so much to intuition, so much to naivety, to understand, to clamosity out of our studios that we practice our daily basis through our positivity mindset. What we create in our minds, what we reply to our tongues. So what we create in our minds, what we reply to our tongues, I mean by that is a creation between indeed between the truth of it and the inside out inner truth between yourself. How do you reclaim that? You reclaim the inner truth between the points of period of time that you gather intuition and you suffer from a problem that you didn't know how to cure from. And by that, you occur from understanding the negativity, choosing some way up wiser to understand the dividing between a person and each other and its glance of view. But so much gathers that it fails sometimes that we proclaim how we feel and how we understand society to understand this wisdom because we just feel the failure out of it. It's not feeling the failure out of it, it's gathering thoughts on yourself and how you're going to sustain yourself to positivity awareness, positivity gather, where you're going to fulfillment your own intuition positively back and forth to its own mainstream. And by that I mean you're gonna fulfill yourself backwards into your own mainstream. If you know how to mindset your fulfillment inside words, enter yourself, enter through yourself, knowing how to mindfulness through yourself, gather mindfulness through yourself, understand the mindfulness between a person and obedience thing, such as the sun, such as the earth, such as the sky, such as the stars, such as a tea, anything that calms you down brings peace within yourself. All that brings the dividing between back and forth between yourself and the gatherhood between what you used to be to what you are now. And by that I mean said, you understand the understanding of collision. You collision when you manufacture the thunderbolts out of the premonitions of spiritual gather. When you feel the spiritual gather attempting you, that's when you use thunderbolt and you resolve the intuition of failure. Sorry. By that I mean intuition's failure into the world and progressively intuition's had it professions its way of wisdom, its way of intuition, its way of gathering thoughts in society, of obtaining a certainty between a feeling and accusation that you had on one emotion, one period of time where you couldn't lead forward. How does that refresh your mind? It refreshes you by wisdom. It takes the pain out of yourself and it wises you through the wisdom of gather, to the wisdom of gather, to the intuition of understanding. So therefore, understand how you falsely fall apart and how you get yourself back together through these points. It's not suiciding. It's not accusing yourself or cutting yourself. It's not doing any of these things wrong. It's politically explaining yourself out there, letting you show your emotions throughout the emotions of use, throughout the emotions of use, understanding, and gather. Because the emotions of use will gather yourself through the emotions of understanding and how they proclaim the understanding through all its virgin view. And that being said, it gives the virgin virginity of your view through the growth of power of your eyes. How you look into things, how you're gonna form things, how you're gonna form your intuition to failure less, how you're gonna perform your gossipy failure of understanding of wise men, more truth rather than earth. By that I mean understanding practitioners who counsel and people who are society to that, they gather a lot of intuition, but they need to know how to solve it within. If they don't know how to solve it within, then find another counselor because you need a counselor that's going to solve within. Someone who's going to respect you and solve within yourself because they need to find the particular material where they're going to gather their personal being into your life and understand your mistakes, and to understand your life, your gestures, your crisis into their own being and how they're going to situate their own life problems within themselves, out of themselves, into your own gather. And that situates at a lot of point of views because they need to feel fulfilled between themselves, they need to be gathered, they need to be sobriety, and they need to be understood by your intuition. And for that being said, Miss Independent feels like wise Miss Truth and reaches gather. So feel the freedom of speech and feel the freedom of understanding yourself. Peace, Miss Independent.